Welcome back, beautiful people. Let's begin question number one. How should the writer format the underlined portion? شايفين الunderlined portion ده اسم كتاب صح؟ اسم كتب are in italics. مفيش أي جدال فيها. The name of a book, when it's written in full text, is placed for italicization, right? It's italics. Keep that in mind. So that's one of the rules in formatting. I think في سؤال زي ده جه في one of the tests لما سألك نعمل ايه بالكلمة bold or underline okay. مش بيجي لك confirmation and record يا Mrs. Jomana? Question number two. The writer would like to add the following. The procedure by which old books and newspapers are cut apart to be photographed for microfilm, right? Question number two, right? Should we add this? Should we add this? Well, يا جماعة احنا بنركز على السبب, number one. If we add or delete, right? We focus on the reason, the answer choice. Number two, or number one, برضو, right? But the number two, we focus on the topic, right? Is it related to the topic? Are we discussing the topic here in this sentence? Is it on topic? ونقول طبعا it is. Destroying to preserve. واللي بعديها بيقول لي يعني ايه destroying to preserve? Come on, guys, right? Redundant or unnecessary, ده vague. Remember? redundant مكتوبة فين? The procedure by which old books and newspapers are cut apart to be photographed for film. Well, where's the redundancy here? So احنا قلنا الإجابة بتاعتنا دايما في reason مش في yes or no. And it defines, right? بيقول لنا يعني ايه destroying to preserve. So answer C was the best answer. Question number three. يعني المشكلة بتاعتكم احنا ما بنقراش الجملة كلها صح؟ ولا لا؟ عشان كلكم قلتوا لي cite for, cite as مستحيل يا يوسف, right? cite ده location, موقع. So كده ما ينفعش. بنتكلم عن reference, right? قرأتوا الجملة كلها ولا لا؟ cite as خلاص موجودة. Cite the deterioration of old books and newspapers as the reason. So our preposition خلاص مربوطة مع, or idiomatic phrase خلاص complete هنا. Please read the full sentences. So cite for ما ينفعش أحط preposition. Cite for the deterioration of old newspapers as the reason. No, you're not citing for, you're citing as. That's the correct preposition. وخلاص موجودة في الجملة. ليه أحط واحد كمان, right? Question number four. Which of the following effectively transitions to the following information? Right there, right? Well, the previous information can be kind of عن واحدة اسمها مش فاكر اسمها ايه, Patricia Batten, and she's saying, you know, هي بتخوف الناس, right? بتخوف الناس or something like that. This became a major issue during this. ايه هو اسم؟ نقرأ من بداية الجملة وبرضو احنا قلنا we want to identify the main idea. Just one second. We want to identify the main idea, right? Most often, library officials cite the deterioration of old books and newspapers as the reason for converting them to microfilm, right? This became a major issue during the 1980s when concern spread that a large percentage of library connections were brittle and in need of immediate attention. Patricia Batten played the leading role in creating this apprehension, right? So there was concern, right, that the decrease of books for libraries عشان بقى قديم needs attention, right? لازم نركز عليها. طيب تمام. In journal articles, lectures, and media interviews, she spoke repeatedly of books literally turning to dust, right? So هتخوف الناس تقول الناس, well, books are being ruined, books are being destroyed. ده السؤال هنا. برضه هقرا الانفورميشن اللي بعديها. As more federal funding became available, libraries turned to a simple test created in the 1950s to determine which books should be transferred to microfilm and retired from circulation. The corner of one of the book's pages folded back and forth. So, well, هنا ناس بيقول, well, you know, Patricia بتخاف الناس تقول البوكس كلهم هيبوظوا, right? وهنا بيقول, well, عملوا تest عشان يتأكدوا الكتاب محتاج مايكروفيلم ولا لا، لازم نحول الكتاب لمايكروفيلم ولا لا، right. However, not everyone agreed with Batten's alarming claims and methods. طيب تمام. If this is true, لازم الجملة اللي بعدها يقول لي مين هو that don't agree مثلا، ليه or why don't they agree with the methods. فإجابة A مش عاجبني، right. إجابة A is okay يعني، بس إجابة مش كويسة. Moreover, Batten's efforts were recognized and rewarded by many institutions. طبعا ده off topic عشان احنا عايزين transition, right. So transition معناها بخش على paragraph اللي بعديها. paragraph بعديها ما كلمنيش عن rewards for Patricia. Answer C, therefore, Batten's campaign led to massive increase in demand and supply of microfilm. هل احنا اتكلمنا عن an increase in demand and supply of microfilm? No. paragraph بعديها بيكلمني عن ازاي هم اخترعوا تيست عشان يتاكدوا which books should be microfilm, which books should not be in microfilm. Answer D, meanwhile, Batten's critics challenged her assumptions and calculations, although her rhetoric secured funding for over 20 libraries. Well, this is interesting, right? عشان, well, she's saying that, well, we have to protect the books, right? في ناس اختلفوا معاها. فإجابة A and D, they're very, very close, right? بس إجابة D is a more complete answer. It's more effective, right? عشان next paragraph أيوة ناس اختلفوا عليها وعملوا تيست عشان يشوفوا إذا كان نحول الكتاب ده ولا لا. باتريشيا كان عايزة كل الكتب، لا في ناس اختلفوا معاها. So عملوا تيست ينقوا الكتب or which books should be transported. وفي نفس الوقت although برضو she secured funding for over 20 libraries, right? So في نتيجة باتريشيا جابت نتيجة. Well, following information does discuss about funding برضو, right? So as the money increased for libraries, عرفوا يخترعوا test. So exhibit D is a more effective transition than exhibit A. It's a more complete answer. So this is what you're looking for برضو عشان EST, they're very good. يديكوا half answers. Answer نصها صح بس نص التاني ناقصة. The answer D is a better answer بالنسبة للanswer choices. Question number 5. This one, how many independent ideas موجودة هنا في الجملة? Where is it? Number 5. How many independent ideas عندنا اتنين, right? The corner is folded back and forth. Examiners even give a gentle tug. We have 2 independent ideas. فأفضل إجابة أعتقد كانت إجابة B. نحط period ما بين 2 independent ideas, صح؟ وبرضه كان في double dash. ممكن تركزوا على double dash, ممكن تركزوا على independent ideas. إجابة C ما ينفعش عشان comma and زي period بس comma and conjunction. وبيقول ال 2 ideas هم زي بعض بالظبط، بس ال 2 ideas هم دول مش زي بعض. There's different ideas, there's separate ideas. Right, so answer B أفضل من answer C. Although the comma and وال period عندهم نفس الفانكشن, can separate 2 independent ideas. Comma and معناها ال ideas دولت زي بعض, which we don't have here. So remember that, right? Remember that. Question number 6. I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake in question number 6. There's a mistake here, right? The original answer is A, or the correct answer is A. اللي قال لي إجابة A is correct. So مش عارف مين قال لي إجابة A. يوسف قال لي إجابة A. مش عارف مين تاني قال لي إجابة A. Here we have we have an independent idea. They add is a non-essential clause. ده مش فكرة. That's, it's extra information. And then a dependent clause. So answer A is the correct answer. لو قلت لي إجابة A. Question number 7. So question number 7, interesting question عشان طلبة كتير هيشوفوا however وهيشوفوا in contrast وهتقولوا الاثنين دولت غلط, صح؟ مين عمل كده؟ مين عمل كده؟ في حد عمل كده ولا لا؟ أكيد في ناس عملوا كده. أنا متأكد في ناس عملوا كده. Alright, مش أنا. ياسين بيقول لي مش أنا. Finally, ترتيب, sequence, or summary. Right? Good job, Mr. Yasin. Right? هنا بنتكلم عن هم عملوه مع البوكس. Okay? And then in the next sentence بنتكلم عن limits للفكرة. So while they may create shelf space, there's a problem or they have problems. صح؟ So بنتكلم حاجة كويسة. هنا بنتكلم عن حاجة العيوب فيها. So it's however. However, introduce a limit. مش شرط تبقى contrast. Contrast is opposites. Black and white. حاجتين عكس بعض تماما. بس however is a limit, right? So بنتكلم عن حاجات كويسه في الباراجراف. الباراجراف اللي بعديها بنتكلم عن عيوب. What about while؟ المشكله في while ايه؟ هتقولي عشان while موجود مش نقول however؟ Why not? It's not a double conjunction. However, comma, while, كذا كذا كذا. However, we introduce the paragraph يا جماعة. It transitions into the paragraph, not just the sentence. لازم تفهموا اللوكيشن عشان transition تفرق. So لو عندي two paragraphs وببدأ paragraph the transition, I'm comparing two paragraphs, not just sentences. Right? So similarly برضه ما ينفعش. Right? انت قلت لي اعتقد يوسف finally بس finally على اساس ايه؟ بتقولي while عشان ما ينفعش however بس finally ليه؟ Finally is the final step. آخر خطوة. ما عندناش كده. Question number 8. Oppa! Question number 8. There is a cost, صح؟ وانا قلت كذا مرة why not A? Oh, there's a cost عشان كلمتني على الفلوس. صح؟ قرأت الباراجراف ولا لا؟ قرأت الباراجراف ولا لا؟ ولا قرأت بس الجملة اللي بعديها؟ We still have bad habits. الباراجراف ده you know لا controversy لا. We still have bad habits. It's not just about a cost. There is a cost. Well, فعلا there is a cost. But what are there other problems? So بيكلمني عن كذا problems مش problem واحدة. Or problems مالهاش علاقة بالفلوس. So it's trade-offs. Good things, bad things. So عشان في good things هنا في bad things. The trade-offs دولت ال bad things. وبيكلمني عن ال trade-offs دولت. It's expensive. الصور بتبوظ. Right? Controversies يعني في debate. بس ما فيش debate. Alternatives طبعا ما فيش بدائل. So answer B is the best answer. Stop limiting yourself to one answer. قلت لكم يا جماعه من بدايه الحصه الاجابات مرتبطه بالمين ايدياز. لازم نقرا المين ايديا عامه بتاع الجمله مش بس اقرا following information. Right? Number 9, which of the following effectively transitions for the previous the previous to the rest of the paragraph, right? Number 9, if you okay, this one I got that one. Despite the cosmic force. No, I give it B no, right? عشان احنا بنتكلم عن problems. So car special equipment training. برضه no بنتكلمناش عن training هنا as a result of the cosmic. Well, احنا ما بنتكلمش عن تيجا. So it's answer A, right? There are other drawbacks of microfilming, right? والdrawbacks دولت هو بيبوظ الpictures أو بيبوظ الصور. أنت مش شايفة drawbacks؟ Right there. Pretty clear. وحتى transition هنا بيقول لنا solution. So if there's a solution, then there's a problem. So yeah, right there. Those are the drawbacks. Or there are other drawbacks, right? Or drawbacks دولت the pictures go bad. Question number 10. If you have any questions, please ask. Newspapers such as Joseph Pulitser's New York World, newspapers were A. What's the problem? Such as is not the main phrase. This is the subject. Newspapers. Newspapers. All right. Anybody else want to fight? Let's go. Finding number 11. Number 11 was a hard one. Which choice effectively gives an example most similar to that of the previous sentence? So, a previous sentence بيبوظوا pictures. صح؟ عايزين إجابة بيقول لي بيبوظوا pictures. The pictures. Okay? So the colors also blur, destroy on the microfilm, making them hard to recognize or appreciate. I mean, nor is it uncommon for the parts of illustrations to be cut off or cropped during microfilming. I like answer B, right? عشان it talks about ruining the pictures. في حد قال لي give it A? I wrote an explanation for give it A. Hold on. Okay, 1 second. No, A is not redundant. No, A is not redundant. Again, when I write these questions أنا بعمل explanation عشان ما نلخبطش or so I don't get confused, right? عشان ما اجي اعمل question في ساعتها I need to remember the explanation test A. Let's edit A. Website activities test A. Where is it? What number is this? 11, right? What did I write? ماشي ماشي ماشي. مين قال لي إجابة A? I'll give you إجابة A. I'll change that answer. So add an extra point to your questions. My bad. So you can say A or B. ظاهر الحق صح. I mean, I need to update answer A, make it عشان فعلا ده برضه بيولي it ruins pictures. I accidentally made 2 correct answers هنا. فلا قلت A لا قلت B الاثنين صح الاثنين مظبوطين. Okay. One is the homeworks. He needs an example, or we need an example, not illustration. I mean, an example could be illustration. Mr. Mark, I understand الفرق ما بينها. I know what you mean, but when I made this question, it is an example. الفكرة كلها that on microfilm, many of these illustrations are reduced to cloudy black blurs. احنا ممكن نقول right يا اما A or B عشان الفكرة كلها the picture is ruined. or لما تيجي تاخد البيكتشر من البوك للمايكروفيلم بيبوظ. So both of these indicate that, right? One makes it hard to recognize that was. Unfortunately, I need to update these questions. Anyway, so that's quite passage number 1. El homework imta. You want homework today? I want you guys to study your mistakes. هبعت لكم الhomework بتاعتكم is to review your mistakes. هبعت explanations دلوقتي passage number 2, passage number 3. لسه ما خلصتش passage number 4. So you're going to have 2 passages, number 2 and number 3. I'm going to upload it right now وهنزلها لكم في classroom. So that way you can review على طول.
مستر